Great people of the Republic of Kenya, welcome to the Kenyan Glow channel. Here we discuss about the positive things about Kenya. Here we try to uncover the great potential, the unsaid abilities and capabilities of the country Kenya. And of course, we try to uncover all the bad things that are covering the glow of the Republic of Kenya, the brightness of the country Kenya. In this video, I want us to try to figure out the solution of or the solution to the problems that are allegedly facing the Republic of Kenya. Yesterday but one, RIGATHI GACHAGUA, who is the immediate former deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, and of course, by now, the biggest critic of the government. Some people just assume or conclude that RIGATHI GACHAGUA is the current Raila Odinga, that he is the opposition leader, the strong voice in the opposition in the Republic of Kenya. So, RIGATHI GACHAGUA just the other day declared his bid to vie for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya in the year 2027. And of course, he is qualified, if not only the issue of the impeachment. If at all the laws were to be followed, then probably he would be prevented from vying for the presidential office in 2027. But of course, this is Kenya, and in Kenya, anything is very possible. Like they say, what Kenyans cannot do does not exist. Is that true? I don't know. But my point is that RIGATHI GACHAGUA can actually run for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya in 2027. And just like William Ruto, RIGATHI might just surprise the whole nation by winning and becoming the president of the Republic of Kenya. Because most of the time, what determines the presidential election outcome has not usually been about ideas and ideologies, but rather the ethnic groupings. So a person who is being supported with a majority of ethnic groups, that person automatically wins an election. For instance, we know for sure that there is no way Raila could win against Ruto in Rift Valley counties, and the reason was very simple, because that was the backyard of the president, the then deputy president, William Samuel Ruto. Likewise, you couldn't expect Ruto to defeat Raila in a county like Homa Bay or Kisumu. Reason still the same: ethnicity. ethnicity. That is a disease, a serious disease in Kenya, which, if we are to make any progress as a country, we must deal with it. We must deal with the issue of tribalism and, of course, ethnicity. So, there is something that Rigathi Gachagua said that is going to form the basic of this analysis. Rigathi said that he is the solution of Kenya. Just to quote him, he said that Kenyans all over the country have looked around, and being that they are really fed up with the leadership of William Ruto, they really want to replace him, and that the person that they have seen fit for that position to send William Samuel Ruto home is none other than Rigathi Gachagua. And these are the words of Rigathi Gachagua himself. And during the launch, Rigathi says that, he is not going to cheat Kenyans again the way they did in the year 2022, or to overpromise the things that he knows he cannot do, even if he is elected the president of the country of the Republic of Kenya. So he says that for him, the only thing that he wants, that he desires, is to put this country back to where Mwai Kibaki left it in 2013. And he says that he's going to deal with the education system. He is also going to deal with the economy. And now that is regarding Gachagua. Basically, Gachagua was just saying that he is the best person that Kenyans should trust with the presidency. He is the most qualified, the most proven, the most trusted person that Kenyans should trust with their power. Because remember, while voting, you're actually giving your power to somebody, your leader, to go represent you. Now, do you think that Rigathi Gachagua is or can be the solution to most problems that we are undergoing as a country? Let me tell you something again. While Rigathi was making these sentiments, he was actually in Githurai, somewhere there, Githurai, and a very large crowd was listening to him. And most of these things he was saying, people were actually clapping for him and chanting one term, one term. That is to mean, if you're not a Kenyan, that Ruto will only serve one term and they are not going to elect him for the second time. Now, I don't have any problem with Rigathi Gachagua being on the ballot. I don't have any problem with him being honest, not over promising. It's just okay. It's just okay. But what I know for sure, the truth is that Rigathi Gachagua cannot be the solution to this country. Just like any other leader. You see, in 2022, everything was Ruto. Nikiweka tu Biblia chini hivi, then this and this and this, I'll do with immediate effect. That was over promising. Actually, he promised more than he could even attempt to deliver. So Gachagua is taking a different approach that, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm not. He is taking advantage of the weaknesses or of the weak lines on the side of the government, the side of William Samuel Ruto. So he's taking that advantage and using that weakness. So he's using the weakness of the president by displaying it to the people, then bringing in another thing that looks like a replacement, which is directly opposite to what is going on, or what William Ruto did. So up to that point, again, there is no problem. But my business in this channel is to advise my fellow Kenyans. And I stand for the truth. I'm just saying the truth. No politician is the solution of this country. Is the solution to the problems of this country. In fact, if the word problem is something to go by, or a statement that I have to use, I must use, then I'll say that Kenyan politicians are some of the problems to this country. And I'm not saying all of them. I have just used some of the politicians. Majority are instead the problems. While you are looking at the solutions, them as the solutions, kumbe, these are the same people who are the problems of this country. And as I've usually been reminding you, when I say politics, don't misinterpret it to mean leadership, because there is a difference between leadership and politics. Leadership and politics. There is a difference, huge difference between the two. Now, who is the problem? Who is the solution to the problems facing Kenya? My answer to that question is Kenyans. Kenyans are their own solutions. We are the solution. Kenyans themselves, Africans, we, the people, we have the solution. Actually, we are the solution. All we need to do is just to act small, stop small. Let's apply baby steps. Let's try to solve these problems right from the personal level. Just look around, see or look at something doable that you can do. But if we all put our minds together at one place, then we are concentrating it even for a bad reason. Just to complain, this person is good, this person is bad. Huyu ni 2-term, huyu ni 1-term. Let's just be serious as Kenyans. Tujaribu, look at what you can do, then just do it. Because out of that small act, out of that small decision, we are almost 75% almost 75% of what we perceive to be our problem will be will have been solved if we just come together for a good reason. You start from where you are with what you have at this very moment. Not watch blame game. Yo, this person, this person, this person. This is the same reason why politicians are very rich, richer than many people in the society, simply because they have manipulated the minds of the people to believe that they are the solutions, that without them the country cannot move, you know, something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have watched this video up to this point, I'm so much grateful for your time. May God bless you so much. And just a request, if you are new to this channel, kindly like the video, then also subscribe and click on the notification button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. See you in my next video.